Hi guys, Jurassic Junkie here, and if you keep yourself entertained for a moment, because I'm going to make a cup of tea, welcome to the Friday Night Rant. So, welcome to the Friday Night Rant! And the reason for me to run off and make a cup of tea is today's sponsored by drink is matcha. Now, matcha is a Japanese green tea. You can see there, lime green. And the entire point of matcha is simply that green tea is obviously good for you, but most people have green tea in tea bags, and then you dip it in, throw your tea bag away, and what you're throwing away is the good stuff, the tea leaves. So the idea behind matcha is grinded tea leaves, and you consume the entire lot, which is even better for you. So, matcha's up. That's some damn fine matcha. So yes, I can't go with an alcoholic drink because I start a 12-hour night shift very soon, so I need to keep my head straight. So cracking on then. Last week I spoke about the handhelds getting new colours, for instance 3DS. The Vita's joined the bandwagon this week and they released the crystal white version, which, to be fair, I actually like the black more than the actual white. But yeah, the Vita's released an extra colour, and this week 3DS has actually removed one. And what they've done is, if you've actually got the aqua blue, the original colour for the 3DS, maybe worth keeping that now because they're actually pulling it. They're no longer actually creating any more aqua blues. So I'm not saying to keep it because it's going to become rare, because if you think you're going to sell that on eBay in a few years from now, you'll be doing the same as millions of other people. But the entire point is, you won't be able to buy any more brand new ones. So if you've got it and you're like, I don't know if I should sell it or not, just bear in mind that if you do sell it and change your mind, you're probably going to have to always buy a second-hand one back. Oh, matcha's repeating on there. So from time to time now, if I ever spot something and I find it interesting, I normally talk about it. And there's a zombie game going around at the moment by the name of Dayz. Now, this isn't actually a game as such, it's more of a mod for Arma 2. Now, Dayz is all about zombies, and there's a million zombie games out there. So at first when this came up on the radar, I was like, let's have a look, see if this is any good. And I am absolutely blown away by this game. Now, it's only in alpha at the moment, so it's very buggy. The animations need to be smoothed out. Lots of things need to be done, but already it looks amazing. Now, the idea is behind it, they've made an incredibly large map. And the thing is with zombie games nowadays, I feel like everything's pre-scripted. Even when you was playing Left 4 Dead, they said they had the artificial intelligence director, which means the zombies would spawn at random points. But after a bit, you still even knew when the zombies were kind of going to come. And even so, you knew you start from there, you get to there, you probably go through 3 hordes, followed by a boss. So it was the same stuff over and over. And that's the problem. Games tend to tell us what we're going to do and we have to fight through it. Now, the idea behind Dayz is nothing scripted, it's just there, sandbox, go, and you do what you want. Now, at first I thought, that's cool, it's like obviously a real zombie scenario. But then I was actually watching videos on the internet of how people are playing it, and that's what's got me interested. It's all about the players and how they interact with each other. Now, first of all, Dayz is set where you can obviously go around anywhere on the map. There'll be populated areas, there'll be forest areas, there's light and day and all that. And ammo is going to be scarce, so if you want to actually go to a town to get some ammo, you're obviously going to have to go for a few zombies. And yeah, normal run-of-the-mill zombie style game. But the thing is, because obviously other players are all roaming around this map at the same time, that's the scary part, because you never know what a player is going to do. Now, at first I watched a group of guys even, and I was actually going through a town, and they was playing it how you would expect somebody to play a zombie game. They was all hunched up together. If there was a zombie, they never attacked it, because there's no point. If they could get around it, they did. If the zombie come at them, obviously they had to tackle with the zombie. But they went off, and there was about 8 or so, I think, and at one point they saw one guy, and he looked at them, they looked at him, and he just ran off straight away, because he didn't know if they was bandits. They could have just killed him and took all his weapons, so he ran. And they were shouting, no, we're friendly, but obviously he doesn't trust them, and he carried on running. And I thought, straight away, that is quite realistic. Now, I've seen a few videos on the internet where people have actually just been walking around by themselves, they've seen somebody and they've come up and put the gun straight in the face, and they've gone, friendly. And straight away they've gone, well, we're not fucking friendly now, give us your weapons. And they've had to go down, and one guy I watched decided to go, no, he was going to go down, fight him, tried to shoot him, died anyway. So if he would have given his weapons, he would have escaped with his life. So it's good that people actually turn into bandits and actually attacking people to get ammo, because it's a quicker way of doing it than actually going to look for it. At the same time, I noticed somebody was actually in a building and he was going around looking for food. And vehicles are scarce in this game, because if you want a vehicle, you're going to have to repair it, you're going to have to find gas, and these things aren't easy to come by. So he was in a building, next minute he could hear a bus horn honking. So he went outside and there was a bus, and straight away he was like, is this a trap? Will I get onto this bus and next minute it'll murder me? So he was a bit hesitant, got on the bus. So next minute everyone was actually quite nice, and the bus is like, brilliant, let his guard down. Everyone's enjoying it for a moment because it was kind of disconnected from the actual bad world outside. And then they stopped, pulled up, a few people got extra on the bus, and then they accidentally got some bandits on there that went and killed everybody, set the bus on fire and ran off. So it is quite good that it's not the zombies you've got to be scared of, it's the actual people. Now the last thing that really nailed it for me is there was a group of, as I said, 8 people. Now at one point they split up. So 4 went with some people, met a few other people, and the other 4 went off. Now at the same time while they're playing this, they were just tweeting to each other where they are and what the locations are, so obviously keeping together. So as these parties disappeared, 4 of them went up and they was attacked by zombies, and they ran up, I think, which lighthouse or something like that. So either way, they was kind of stuck, zombies around them, was like, crap, what shall we do? And one of the lads says, oh, I've just looked on Twitter, and you know the other 4 guys, they couldn't actually find anything, so they've turned on themselves and they're all starting to kill each other. And at the same time the other one went, crap, well I've just put our coordinates on Twitter, so they're coming towards us. So not only are they stuck there with zombies around them, they're actually, some people who've actually just turned on the group are actually coming towards them, and obviously they're going to let the doors open, zombies are going to flood in, and it just looks amazing. And it's just that zombie game that we've always been wanting. We've always had a game going, God, this is good, but it's never gives the proper zombie experience. Now this looks like it's doing it. So I'll put the link down below. Like I say, it's an alpha mod at the moment, so if you've got Armour 2, go and actually pull down this mod. To be fair, I'm actually contemplating buying Armour 2 just to run this mod because it looks amazing, so check out Dayz. Going from some developers creating something, I want to talk about another bunch of developers. Now obviously a lot of old games are getting recreated and brought into the modern day, and it makes decent money. Now the bunch who actually made Carmageddon made it many years ago, great successful game. And that was a company by the name of Stainless. So the developers made this game, and obviously the publisher went in and says, here's some money, creators a game, and thank you, I've took all the money, goodbye. And it left the developers not with lots of money, to the point where they've not actually created massive giant games again. So they've been ticking along making small games. And now they've turned around and gone, do you know what? It's about time we release Carmageddon again. So they've actually decided to recreate the game, and the best thing is they're not actually going to a publisher and saying, can I have some money? They've gone to Kickstarter and they're asking for $400,000. So far they've got $200,000 when I last checked. It's already halfway to the actual point. And the best thing is, by us funding the actual entire game means they can actually sit back and take as much time as they want, because publishers are obviously saying you've got to meet deadlines, you've got to put particular DLC in there, and if they have got the freedom to actually create this game, it can actually be a love letter to gamers from the developer of a really awesome game. So I just think that's great that developers now have the freedom to actually make a decent game without worrying eyes over the shoulders going, is it done yet? So talking about publishers obviously looking over going, get it done. BioShock Infinite has been delayed, and I think it's awesome that they've done so, because the game actually looks pretty damn finished, and from what they're saying it's kind of ready to go. But they've said they actually want to add something to the game, and all they said is it's something more extraordinary. It's something completely different you've not seen in the game before. So not actually telling us what it is, they're keeping the cards close to the chest, so we don't know what this is, but they're actually going to add something to the game which has delayed it all the way back to February 2013. Now, that is pretty damn cool. A lot of people are upset going, oh, that's a shame it's been delayed. And yes, it is. Obviously, delays obviously upset gamers all the time. Best thing is, they've actually just gone, yeah, we'll push it back. Because I spoke about last week, all these games are being rushed out, and then if they go, do you know, if we want to add something, we'll do it later, and we'll put it in a patch. And they've actually taken it on themselves and gone, you know what? We're kind of ready, we want to add some more stuff, so we're not going to release it. So for that, I applaud BioShock, because a lot of publishers do try and push it out and then hope that you fix it later. And it looks like they're actually going to release a proper dialed-in product. It's going to be amazing. And to be fair, it looked amazing in the first place, so if they've pulled it to add something else, I'm really intrigued to see what they're actually going to give us. So, right, talking about evil publishers, let's have a bit of EA. So EA have are evil. We all know it's evil, very evil company. And sometimes I like to sit back and ponder how evil could this company be. I try to guess the next evil move, and this one's taken me by surprise because it's so evil I couldn't even have thought of it. And what it is obviously EA has its finger in that very massive pie by the name of Battlefield 3. Now Battlefield 3 is an awesome game, don't get me wrong. And a few months back, they decided to say, you know what, you know I were playing on these official servers, would you like to rent your own? And I didn't have a problem with that. If anything, I thought that's really good of them, because to be fair, sometimes I play some maps and I like a particular map and I slightly want to tweak the settings. So the idea of paying like £3 for a night for a server is awesome, because I can pick my favourite maps, I can invite particular people or open it up to everyone, and I can customise and say like no snipers, I want to have this many waves of people, and you can customise the hell out of it. So when that news first came out, I thought, good on you, let us rent servers. Just bang my hand. It's gone really, really well. Lots of people are now renting servers for a day, for a month, and people are enjoying it. So EA's turned around and gone, you know what? Why do we need our own servers anymore? So what they're doing is systematically going through and pulling the official servers down. So there's now less and less official servers, which is a terrible thing, because the thing is, as I said, I set up my server to how I want to play it. So now if you actually want to play the game, you've got to go by someone else's rules. And that means if you're really, really good and you've annoyed the admin, they can just kick you. So people are complaining now that they actually just want to play the official rules of the game. They don't want anything customised or filtered or set. They just want to play old school, way it should be, map after map after map, no particular weapons barred, go. And people are finding it very difficult because these servers are disappearing. So not only are they actually damaging the online community, they're actually not only charging us for the game, and if you brought that second hand, you're actually going to have to pay for an online pass, and obviously if you're on Xbox Live, you have to pay for gold. Then on top of that, we are now having to connect for a server that someone's paid for. So in other words, EA is saying, do you know what, we've got this game, you've purchased it, but do you know, to play online, we're going to charge you to connect to someone else's server that they've paid us, which makes no sense. So EA are now actually making money off someone renting a server and making money off you connecting to that server, which is just ludicrous. So, like I said, EA are obviously evil, and I couldn't even thought that plan up because it's just so over the top. So at the moment there is a few official servers left at the moment, because I was reading some forums, some people said, yeah, I've got no problem, I can find them, and a lot of people are saying, no, I can't find them at all. So I don't know if it's affecting console more than PC, but either way, they're pulling the servers, charging us to host our own servers and charging us to connect, and obviously we've got to buy the game in the first place. So EA, you're doing better every day. So that's it. Sure, it's short and sweet, but like I said, I've got to go to Kip to then go to work and do an awesome 12-hour shift. So we're going to leave you with the question of the week. And the question of the week is quite simple. As I just spoke about Dayz with a Z and being a great mod for Arma 2, I just want to know, what is the best mod you've ever played on a game? Now I'm trying to think now, I can't actually remember any great mods that I've installed, because obviously playing on a console means you don't actually get access to many mods because PC thrives on mods. Now there's one I was very interested in the past where there was a Jurassic Park mod, I think it was for Half-Life, and I've kept my eyes on it for many, many years, and it looks like the project's either dying or it's not got much support and it's not actually happening. But off the top of my head, I can't remember a great mod that I've actually downloaded. But the question still stands, what's the best mod you've ever played for, and obviously what game was that for? So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy your weekend. I won't. I'm working 12-hour shifts at night time. Thank you. But then I do get my 4 days off, so I can't complain. So enjoy your weekend. I shan't. And definitely check out Dayz. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers. Bye.